Welcome to Nova Tech Digest,
where today we are breaking down the massive spec sheet of the Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus 5G in this in-depth explainer. If you've been following the smartphone world lately, you know the line between mid-range and ultra-premium is blurring faster than ever. But today, we're looking at a device that basically wants to erase that line completely. We've pulled all the specs, the lab tests, and the feature breakdowns straight from Xiaomi's global announcements to see what this thing is actually packing under the hood.
So what happens when you pack flagship durability, a 200-megapixel camera, and a ridiculous 6,500 milliamp-hour battery all into one device? Well, on paper, you get the ultimate fix for the smartphone headaches we literally all deal with. You know the feeling, that sudden panic when you drop your fragile phone on the pavement, or watching your battery hit single digits before lunch. Yeah, this spec sheet is built specifically to tackle those exact real-world problems.
Okay, let's dive into this. Starting with our first pillar, the phone's ability to survive your daily life. Pillar 1, Titan durability and build.
Just look at the water droplets here. This isn't your everyday run-of-the-mill splash protection, because honestly, premium features mean nothing if your phone bricks itself after a spilled coffee, right? The Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus 5G brings an incredibly rare combo of ingress ratings: IP66, IP68, IP69, and get this, IP69K. That TÜV SÜD certified IP69K rating means true water resistance. It's built with 17 custom-sealed components, meaning it can survive being dunked in up to 2 meters of water for a full 24 hours, so dropping it in the sink is no longer a crisis. They even threw in a high-frequency vibration feature that literally shakes residual water right out of the speaker ports with a single touch.
And beyond water, we've got to talk about structure. The spec sheet fires off some serious defenses: 2.5 meters certified drop resistance, and SGS 5-star certification against drops, bends, and crushing pressure. How? It's all thanks to the Titan structure. We're talking an aluminum alloy reinforced high-strength frame, a thickened motherboard with multi-level shock absorption, and an ultra-tough, lightweight fiberglass rear panel. All of this basically means you get a device that absolutely shrugs off the daily drops, bumps, and accidental bends of everyday life.
Notice the rock striking the glass right here. That front panel is shielded by Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2. This ultra-high-strength glass is specifically designed to guarantee long-term scratch and impact resistance, locking down the most vulnerable part of any modern smartphone.
Pillar 2. Stunning 1.5K AMOLED display. Now let's talk about the visual real estate, the thing you're going to be staring at hundreds of times a day.
And this brilliantly illustrates the massive, vivid 6.83-inch canvas you get for immersive entertainment. It's a CrystalRes AMOLED display running at a super crisp 1.5K resolution. That means incredible, pinpoint detail, whether you're zooming in on tiny text, endlessly scrolling social media, or kicking back with some 4K video.
But resolution isn't the whole story. See that number? 3200? That is the peak brightness in nits. And wow, that is massive. 3200 nits of peak brightness means this screen uses flagship-level luminous materials to stay absolutely crystal clear and incredibly vivid, even if you're squinting at an urgent text under harsh, direct midday sunlight. Breaking down the metrics in this table, you really see how these specs come together for a top-tier experience. You've got a 120 Hz refresh rate for buttery-smooth scrolling and zero-lag gaming. Jump into game mode, and the instantaneous touch sampling rate spikes to an ultra-responsive 2560 Hz. But it's also smart enough to protect your eyes. The screen uses 3840 Hz high-frequency PWM dimming for a completely flicker-free experience.
Pillar 3. 200 MP Ultimate Camera System. Let's pivot from consuming content to actually creating it with some truly professional-grade pocket photography.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer size of the new 1.5-inch large sensor pulling in unprecedented image detail. That houses the 200-megapixel main camera. In the camera world, a larger sensor equals more light intake. More light intake directly translates to capturing details you wouldn't normally see. This global debut HP sensor even packs dual optical level telephoto capabilities and a super-fast f1.7 aperture.
But look, great hardware needs great software, right? That main camera is backed by Optical Image Stabilization, or OIS, to kill handshake, and it's paired up with a brand new 200 MP AI engine.
This intelligent system does pixel-level restoration and multi-frame fusion. The big takeaway here is that the OIS and the AI are working together seamlessly to enhance your photo quality and optimize the lighting. So even if you are zooming in on distant details or shooting portraits after the sun goes down, your shots stay remarkably crystal clear.
Pillar 4. Elite Snapdragon-powered performance. Let's look at the actual brain of the phone, the engine driving that massive camera and gorgeous display.
Powering the whole show is the Snapdragon 7S Gen 4 processor. It's built on a highly advanced 4nm process and rocks an octa-core high-performance architecture. Spec-wise, this architecture gives you nearly a 10% overall performance boost over the previous generation. So everyday swiping and tapping is perfectly fluid, and the phone effortlessly handles demanding gaming or heavy media processing without breaking a single sweat.
But processing power is just half the battle. What if you're the kind of user who keeps a dozen apps running at once? Need more memory for extreme multitasking and jumping between heavy workloads?
Well, the answer is right here, 24. Thanks to memory extension technology, this system can borrow available storage to give you up to 24 gigabytes of maximum RAM extension on the 12 gigabyte models. Talk about lag-free performance. Oh, and a quick fun fact. To keep all this extreme power from turning your phone into a hand warmer, it's paired with a massive 5,200 square millimeter Xiaomi Ice Loop cooling system that delivers 3 times the thermal conductivity of your standard vapor chamber.
Pillar 5. Massive battery and HyperCharge. Get ready for the absolute ultimate cure for battery anxiety.
Take a look at that 6,500 mAh capacity. This is not your basic, everyday lithium-ion cell. This is a battery engineered with a 10% silicon carbon content. That advanced chemistry gives it a massive boost in energy density. We're talking up to 2 full days of general battery life, up to 47 hours of calling, and up to 25 hours of continuous video playback. Crazy, right? Plus, it's rated to hold over 80% of its capacity after 1,600 charge cycles. That's roughly 6 years of daily usage. Now, having a gigantic 6,500 mAh battery is fantastic for endurance, but that raises a very practical question. How fast does a battery this big actually take to charge when you finally manage to drain it? So, the crucial point is lightning-fast power. You are fully charged and ready to go in less time than it takes to watch a TV episode. Using the included 100-watt HyperCharge adapter, the phone can go from 0 to 100% in just 40 minutes under boost mode.
And notice the earbuds resting on the device here. Because you've got such a massive energy reserve, this phone also supports up to 22.5 watts of reverse charging. That literally turns your smartphone into a high-speed, portable pocket power bank, perfectly ready to juice up your accessories.
Let's move to and see how this builds into our final pillar, the premium extras that complete the flagship killer experience. Pillar 6, audio, AI, and extras.
Firing through these premium features, the audio is powered by dual speakers with a massive 400% volume boost and Dolby Atmos. Then there's the connectivity. It features Xiaomi offline communication, which lets you make kilometer-level voice calls completely without a mobile network. You also get a slick AI ecosystem, AI writing in the Notes app with Deep Think mode, an AI interpreter for offline face-to-face translation, and AI speech recognition. Rounding out the whole shebang, you've got an in-display fingerprint scanner and, yes, the fan-favorite IR blaster to control your TV and home appliances.
We've covered a staggering amount of technology today. Looking at the complete picture, from the Titan structure and Gorilla Glass Victus 2 to the brilliantly vivid 1.5K display, the massive 200-megapixel HPE sensor, and that boundary-pushing 6,500 mAh battery, it's pretty clear this spec sheet is aiming straight for the top of the market. With flagship durability, a 200-megapixel AI camera, and a 6,500 mAh battery, is the Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus 5G the new benchmark for power users? That is something you'll have to decide for yourself based on these incredible specs. If you have found this explainer helpful, please consider subscribing to this channel. You will have contributed to its growth. Thank you.